winners bracket semifinal showdown here in the Zelda Randomizer tournament between the number 16 fcoughlin and the number 5 Thirwolf. Hi everyone, this is LZ Cards Fan 23 along with my partner Leslie Pro. We are underway. No time. We are wasting no time. Let's go.
Absolutely, let's go. No easy wins at this point in the tournament. We've got the creator, fcoughlin, against Thirwolf. They're both very skilled players, so we are looking for a very exciting match.
Quickly, I'm going to run down through the Elite 8 flag changes in case none of you have seen this part of the tournament yet. We are dealing with the second quest overworld. That means there's only one large secret, 6 small secrets, there are 10 penalty caves, the power bracelet and the recorder become much more important items. We've got second quest dungeon enemies with the super ropes, Stealtho shooting the Lionel beams, the red and blue bubbles. We've got the walk through walls. Start location can be anywhere. All community hints, so you're on your own this time around. Enemies, bosses, and Ganon are now subject to a potential plus or minus 4 HP, and that is second quest, Elite 8 flag changes. This should be a fun one, folks.
And we already got 2 changes. Thirwolf has found our door repair message. No soup for you!
Come back!
God, no. But
1 year!
Yep,
but Fred did find the sword, so he is off to a pretty good start. He is looking for the Armo statue item. There are several of them here in this part of Hyrule, so he's hoping one of them is going to have the jackpot. Speaking of jackpots, fcoughlin finding a small secret. It's a good one, 19 rupees.
The maximum for that can be 20 rupees, so being one off the maximum is excellent, especially knowing that there are more small secrets in this flag set.
Yep, 6 small, 7 medium, just the one large secret. No Armo statue item here. He's going to check behind the staircase. Thirwolf going to check the money-making game cave and find another door repair penalty, and it is 18. fcoughlin still has a single rupee to his name.
At least it's not anything overly bad. Like, if he had lost all his rupees, we'd be looking at 19 plus... Oops, spoke too soon. There he goes, losing his last rupee to another door repair.
Well, this is not a bad thing, Leslie, because there are 10 door repair penalties in second quest, and Thirwolf and Fred have already found a fair share of them, so that bodes well, because that means there will be fewer chances to stumble upon a door repair cave going forward the rest of the seed.
Yeah, and we're seeing here up in Casino Corner, as well as other parts of the overworld, blue dark nuts.
And those are no fun because if Fred touches a blue dart nut, he will be out for the count. Thirwolf finding that same small secret we saw earlier for Fred. He's got 19 rupees now.
I don't think there was anything in Casino Corner other than door repairs. Fred just bumped into one and another.
Yep, we had seen those on Thirwolf's side. A Thirwolf finding a quote-unquote hint shop. Whenever you see the vanilla prices for the hints, which you saw there, the 10, 30, and 50, there's also one for 5, 10, and 20, you know to steer clear of those.
Yep, and we've got a vertical clip on Fred's side.
He's doing the HUD clip, very swag on Fred's part. It looks pretty cool. You don't see it used very often because there aren't too many places to utilize it, and Thirwolf is going to also find his wood sword, so now he can start combating, but neither player has found a level just yet, 3.5 minutes in.
Haven't had a bomb drop either, and it looks like Fred might be trying to clip. Nope, he's saying, forget about it.
Thirwolf looks like he is going to be making his way to the coast. Needs to be careful of these blue gorillas. Touching its body or its boomerangs, you lose 1 heart. Ooh, look at the price of bombs. Rookie, if you are in chat, we've got a sale. And ooh, I don't blame Thirwolf for trying to play money-making game with so few rupees. And we have the 1 as the ladder item on the coast.
As soon as Fred gets some rupees, bombs are getting purchased. I can pretty much assure you guys of that.
No doubt about it. 4 rupees for a set of 4 bombs. Now, Thirwolf was playing money-making game, and in my opinion, I think it's a strategy you may want to think about employing if you have low rupees and it's a poverty seed. And Thirwolf could have gotten 59 rupees out of that, so we'll see if he decides to play it again. Fred does take a death in the overworld.
Yep, dark nuts were not being nice.
No, they weren't. Again, blue variety, you lose 2 hearts every time you get bopped by them. And remember, we're dealing with plus or minus 4 HP, so there's always that chance that the orange dart nuts could be 0 HP. Thirwolf going to check the start cave and find some money. Whoa!
Whoa!
Jackpot! That is one heck of a large secret. 139 rupees at start. Fred gonna find that same massive large secret, so he definitely can purchase some bombs and then some.
Yep, that is a very good sign. Question now is, what's the mid?
Yeah, the mid secret is gonna really determine if this is a super big money seed or if this is just a big money seed. Well, we may find out on Thirwolf. And 31, that's not bad. It's a little bit above the vanilla, a little bit below the mean. So, yeah, we're dealing with pretty good money in this seed. Absolutely. This is a big money seed for a second quest.
Yep, our players will definitely take, and Thirwolf got a bomb drop, and he's going to enter level 2. Now, one thing that's the same with all flag sets of the tournament is that you'll have 2 items in level 1. Second quest, vanilla, you'd have 2 items in level 4.
That is correct. You would also have an item behind a staircase in second quest level 2. Fred finding level 6. Now, level 2 is one of the dungeons that has walk-through walls, so Thirwolf needs to keep that in mind. Same thing with fcoughlin as he enters level 6. The levels that do not have walk-through walls are 1, 3, and 7.
That's good to know, because those are walls that you're just not going to know whether you can walk through them or not without just trying to walk through it. It's basically the long and short of it.
Pretty soft red Lionels there. They only take 3 wooden sword hits, and let's see if there's a staircase here. Nope.
And Fred does not want to go to the One Direction concert.
Neither do I, but I do know for a fact it's south. It's south of where he is. And there's the Link sprites. Those are actually Gypto. Since fcoughlin is playing as one of Ganon's minions, whatever minion he chooses to be, that sprite will be replaced by Link when you come across him. So they act the same as Gypto, so if he gets bopped by him, he's going to lose 2 hearts.
Absolutely. There is a staircase in this room, so I don't know if Fred's going to try to clip it or just clear the enemies out and go.
He's hoping for bomb drops. That's what he's going for.
Ah.
Speaking of bomb drops, Thirwolf getting some bombs as the floor drop in that room here in level 2.
Nope, he went for a Kananaki and got it.
Ooh, very swag indeed. And now we do have our first ink blot of the match. Do we have an item on Fred's side? Nope, that's a transport. Contestants, name that ink blot.
Question is Thirwolf gonna go for the same thing? Doesn't look like it. Gonna check for staircase. Nope, no dice, so he's key blocked out of 2.
Too bad for Thirwolf. That means he'll have to come back later to finish off the rest of level 2. Speaking of keys, Fred also does not have any keys here in this level 6. Dealing with, well, thankfully for Fred's sake, those are not the red or blue bubbles. Those are just the normal bubbles. Still annoying, but nowhere near as annoying as those pesky red bubbles. Right? Pop quiz time, Leslie. What are the 4 ways to get out of a red bubble curse?
You need a potion, you need to grab a Triforce. Or you also get hit by a blue bubble.
That is correct. Those are 3 of the 4. And the other one is to fill up on a fairy fountain. And we'll see if Thirwolf has any better luck finding anything here in level 6. So this is a pretty even race right now as we speak. Right now, Thirwolf does have the bomb advantage, so he'll have a little bit better shot of making some excavation here in level 6. Both players, of course, would really like to find a key.
Chat's also filling us in that up a save will also rid you of the red bubble curse.
But you have to do a save and quit in order for that to take effect. So if any of those ways fail, if they have like no access to those other 4 ways we mentioned, we could always say see a save and quit. But of course, if they do that, they have to go back to start.
So Thirwolf's in the room where Fred Kananaki'd.
We'll see if Thirwolf decides to play the same Kananaki game here. Doesn't look like it. I don't think he's setting himself up for it, but we'll see. He's got a 5 rupee out of that Gypto right there, and he's just going to go ahead and do a block clip, and he doesn't want to take the staircase, so he may go for the Kananaki yet. I think he's going for it.
Looks like it.
Yeah, he's going for it. Oh, but the Gypto decides to back away at the last second, so he's going to have to wait. And still need another hit. Still need another hit, Thirwolf. Still need another hit. And
Got him.
There, he's got it.
Looks like Fred found another transport staircase in 6. Let's see where he goes.
If that's the case, we're dealing with a segmented level 6, Leslie.
And Fred does find a second key.
Yep, so Fred's starting to find some keys here in this level 6. Both of these players are currently key starved, so any key at this point is really going to help Fred out, or Thirwolf for that matter, if he finds one.
Pretty sure he will, because it looks like he's going on a similar path.
Yes, indeed. Right now, looking for the Triforce, any kind of weapon, any kind of item. Fred down to 1.5 hearts. Does need to be careful. Again, Super Ropes have 4 hit points by default, so if this rolls wrong, they could have as many as 8 hit points, and it looks like these Super Ropes are on the upper end of that spectrum.
That could be tough, especially since Fred's down to 1/2 heart.
Yeah, that took 7, so they either had 7 or 8 hit points, those Super Ropes, so... Oh boy, we got ourselves a little bit of a dig dogger problem.
Yep, that's the end of that road.
So Fred's gonna have to... Ooh, and speaking of the end of that road, that's the end of this road. He's ladder blocked in this room.
Yep, that's unfortunate.
So Fred, he may have to come back to level 6 later. Yep, that's what he's gonna do. So nothing doing for Fred this time around in level 6. He'll have to come back later when he's got the ladder or the recorder.
Yep, maybe both.
Probably both. Ladder, of course, is king in these Zelda randomizers, and the recorder is much more of a useful item because there are so many whistle spots in the second quest. So these players need to know exactly where all these spots are, and of course the power bracelet, also a very pivotal item, many more push blocks than there are in first quest.
That's right, first quest, the power bracelet only deals with the warp zones, but here, a little bit more. Ooh, excuse me.
You are excused. Fred finds a casino. Got 173 rupees. No need to gamble at this point. This is a very deadly screen normally, but with just Dr. Ox here, Fred should have no trouble finding what's behind here. Well, we now know where our almost statue item is. It is at Death Mountain.
Just about vanilla.
Yep.
That is the item vanilla.
Considering that Fred's running this seed, I'd be willing to place a 5 rupee wager that power bracelet's going to be our almost statue item.
Yep, that's definitely possible. Fred heading to... Ooh, where is he gonna wind up?
Well, remember, vanilla level 3 is replaced by that cave, and a good price for the key and the bait. 69 rupees to purchase a key. That is the cheap key price. Normally it's 80 rupees, and that is pretty cheap bait. Normally that cheap bait is 60 rupees, and the price there is 50. So with all this money here, Fred could make some purchases here, whether it's the bait and or keys.
Don't forget blue ring, should we come across it.
Absolutely. Blue ring, of course, the normal price is 250 rupees, and that is actually the price you're going to see the most often because the range is plus or minus 20. 100 rupees is the price of the expensive bait. That's actually vanilla. The price of the wooden arrows, 87 rupees, a little bit above the vanilla. Fred's going to go ahead and purchase it. Solid pickup on his part, I say.
Yep, you could have Silver's blocked by a Goma.
Ooh,
oh,
Thirwolf taking a death
up
there. Bad luck, so he'll have to try it again. Or not. He's had enough of level 6. He'll come back later. And it's a smart move by Thirwolf at this point. And don't let his sprite fool you. That is a sprite swap. It does look like he's wearing the red ring when in fact he's wearing no ring at all right now.
Yep, that sprite swap makes it look like it, but nope, 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 not yet.
So Fred is going to check the gravestone, which is on this screen for second quest, and he finds a bonus cave. He'll go ahead and pick up this candle. Smart move, in my opinion. He can do more excavating here in Hyrule.
Yep, and Thirwolf has seen the casino hit. That's a reference to the Raven. Quote thy keys, nevermore.
Absolutely right there, Les. Fred now going to check the location of vanilla level 6, but he does need to be careful. He's only got 1 heart left to go. And look out! Can he get through this screen? Yes, he can. What's behind vanilla level 6? Another bomb shop. And since he's got the maximum number of bombs, he is going to purchase a heart, I think. The heart of shame, as people like to call it. And who can blame him? He's down to 1 heart, and it's only 2 rupees.
Money. That's money well spent.
Oh, absolutely. I I don't disagree with that play. I mean, it's a money-rich seed. It only costs 2 hearts. You're low on health. Now, let's see what Thirwolf is going to do with his 190 rupees. He's not going to purchase anything, so he'll leave that for now. And another bomb shop for Fred right next door. Nothing doing.
Good to know in case there's a dungeon nearby. Bye.
And he is going to check the armor statue. It is not the power bracelet, but instead the white sword to double his attack power.
That's half vanilla, and it looked like Fred just took an intentional death after grabbing it, as Thirwolf is also picking up arrows. Also, my apologies for the hiccup.
What did you must have had a little bit too much root beer before the stream started. And speaking of the blue ring, there is the vanilla price of 250 rupees, 67 for the price of the candle. So Fred making that justifies that his pick of the candle was good.
Oh, it certainly was. Oh, by the way, no soda today.
Ah, okay. Fred finding another medium secret. Thirwolf is also now going to check near the graveyard, and he's going to check the vanilla level 6 spot as well. And provided he looks deep enough and he doesn't take a death, he's going to find that white sword too.
Thirwolf also picking up blue candle.
Yep, again, the correct play in my opinion. Fred now knows that the wand is the ladder item on the coast, and whether or not, you know, just considering if this is going to be a heavy combat seed or not, he may or may not go back to grab that wand.
It would certainly help.
Well, no question about it. And Fred, speaking of help, he helps himself to level 3.
Yep, not too far off from where the sword was found. And here we go.
Alright, so Fred gonna be looking for an item that is on the ground. Ooh, red bubbles. Gotta stay away from them. Oh, more red bubbles, and this is one of the worst rooms you could have them in!
Oh, that's nasty!
That is really nasty. He's got no potion, and he is bopped. So he has lost access to his sword until he can find a blue bubble. That is an ugly room. Now, Fred is going to be looking for an item behind a staircase, and provided this is not a segmented level 3, the first staircase he finds will have that and more red bubbles, and this will not be a push block because of that key. Nice try, Fred.
Oh, that's too heavy, Thirwolf.
Yep, magical sword does 4 hit points of damage, but you need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts to pick it up, so no dice for Thirwolf. Speaking of dice, he will go ahead and pick up that medium secret. That'll give him another 31 rupees to put him at 134.
Meanwhile, Fred picked up a heart container off the ground, so he's at 4.
Yep, he's now got a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item if he can find it. He gets a clock drop. That's a pretty good drop to get. Unfortunately, he is done with that room, and there was no push block.
Fortunately, with blue candle, these enemies are gonna get burned.
And unfortunately for Fred, those Zols are not on the minus end of the HP spectrum because they normally have 2 hit points, and that blue candle did not take them down. They split into gels.
Triangle!
Well, this could be one of those instances where we find the Triforce and the item in the same room. And again, this is not a segmented level 3, and Fred does not pick up the map. He must really be confident that this is not a segmented level 3. Let's find out. It isn't. He finds the red ring! Ho-ho!
That's gonna make life a lot easier.
Absolutely, and he doesn't have to worry about those. This was a swordless level 3 for him. Well played there by Fred, and by picking up the red ring, that's going to quadruple his defense, so his base damage is now down to 1/4 of the value. Nice level 3 there by Fred.
Indeed, especially with most of that sword that's due to red bubbles and no blues nearby.
Alright, so first Triforce of the game belongs to Fred. Thirwolf is still continuing to search through levels. He didn't find anything interesting behind vanilla level 1. Now he's going to check this burn bush, and he is going to find that we've got the take-any's here. Let's see where they take us. One of them doesn't take us very far. In fact, Thirwolf is just gonna make a Indy 500 lap around. Oh my gosh, that's the third one!
Stop it!
Man.
D-Man is going to hate. Well, okay, that last one was actually saved it from being a complete and total county-wide tire fire. But other than that, these Eddie roads are putrid.
They are terrible, as we would hear Charles Barkley would say, or the parody Charles Barkley would say. They're terrible. T-R-B-L, terrible. Now Fred is going to check this bomb spot. He's going to try to take down that orange darknut, which he does, and finds level 5. Thirwolf finding level 1. He does indeed. So Thirwolf going to be looking for 2 items. He may have found one right here, or we may be dealing with a segmented level 1. It's segmented, folks.
Easy triangle on Fred's side.
And we'll see if he decides to go back into level 5 or gamble that there is absolute trash in level 5. Let's see what Fred decides to do. He is gambling. He's hit the Gamblematic 9000. He is pressing his luck.
Yep, and he wants big bucks. No whammies.
Yep. Well, speaking of whammies here, this could potentially be a triple segmented level 1 based on how this is looking. Let's find out. Oh, it is! At least triple segmented, folks.
This ink blot I have to see.
I want this map badly. I want to see this map, so I hope there is a map nearby. No map in this room. Thirwolf finding the map, and it is triple segmented. Name that ink blot.
Something on an Arkanoid board. That's the best I got. Uh-oh! Ladder block, maybe?
Ooh, potential ladder block there, unless there's a workaround, because as you can see, there is a room to the west of that, so potentially, no. Well, he may be able to get through, but he doesn't want to use his last key. He wants to find other ways to get there before he has to burn his final key. Well, he finds the compass, and now he knows where the Triforce is, but he's still looking for the 2 items. One that's going to be on the ground, and one that is going to be behind the next staircase that he finds.
Looks like Thirwolf's sees the triangle, but keeps going. Oop, we got blue bubbles here, thankfully.
This is going to be our item, guaranteed. Let's find out what the first item in level 1 is. It is the Recorder. That is a nice find there by Thirwolf.
You got a lot more spots where that can be used on the overworld here, so you're going to need that.
And of course, good up for transportation on levels that you've already completed. Speaking of levels I've completed, Fred Coughlin does actually have 2 Triforce pieces. He did pick up the Triforce in level 5, but he decided to gamble and not go for the item. So Thirwolf is not going to gamble. He is going to want that second item in level 1. And good news for Thirwolf, he did just find a key there, so now he's got a little bit of insurance. Remember, we saw that locked door just to the north of where the Triforce is.
Level 5 looked to be in the hills.
Oh, this is an ugly room here. An NSU room filled with Poles voices, and losing 2 hearts, Thirwolf takes a bop, and now he wants no more part of that room. And that is a potential drop room right there, so hopefully for Thirwolf's sake, there's nothing of interest in there.
Triangle get, he getting gone.
I think Thirwolf's going to gamble here, because he did not like seeing that Bunny's room. I think he's going to gamble here. No, he's going back.
Nope, it looks like he's going to check to the left.
Yeah, he's going to bomb to the left. The item might potentially be there. It could be. Let's find out. And it's a much easier room, but he's still going to have to take care of one of those bunnies, which is a lot better than taking care of 8 of them.
Bunnies without bow are not fun.
Unfortunately, Thirwolf gets no reward because that's a blank. He'll have to either gamble or get out of level 1. He's going to try again, it looks like.
Dodongo bombing? Nope.
I don't blame him. That could have brought him something, but it brought him nothing. Except he did get an extra 4 bombs out of that, because one fun fact there is if you're able to stun a Dodongo and you either bomb him again or stab him again quickly, you could get a free set of bombs.
Something that Fred could not do in 3, and oh look who's in level 1.
Yep, Fred is now in level 1 right behind Thirwolf, so Fred is going to find out the same news that level 1 is triple seg. Now, again, we have not seen that. Thirwolf is now going to check the locked door here. Remember, there's 2 rooms he hasn't checked. Ooh, another locked door and a bomb upgrade chance for 122 rupees. He is debating it, and he's saying no to it. That's an expensive price. I certainly don't blame him. Let's see what we have here. Silver arrows!
Oh, that ladder block was rude, but working around it was worth it.
So, Thirwolf, you either need 2 keys to get to those silver arrows, or you need the ladder if you don't want to spend any of those keys. So that is an evil place for those silver arrows. Hopefully, for Thirwolf's sake, it's worth it, because now he's down to 0 keys again.
Judging by that turn of events, I'd say it was worth it.
Oh, no question about it. You want to find the silver arrows sooner rather than later, and not having to go on a wild goose chase in level 9. Yeah, that is humongous there by Thirwolf. Unfortunately, that advantage is going to be short-lived, because Fred, if he makes the correct decision, would also stumble upon those silver arrows. Because remember, he's got 1 key, that same 1 key that Thirwolf had. Fred will find another key here in level 1. If he makes that gamble, he'll find those silver arrows.
Looks like he's on the right track here, but he's gonna see the map and see an ugly ink blot.
Thirwolf checking vanilla level 7's burn bush, finds a small secret for 19 rupees. At 217 rupees, it's safe to gamble there, because he's already found the large secret. Both of our players have found the lone large secret, so they do not have to worry about overflowing their wallet.
With the max being 255, that is understandable.
Yep, so now Thirwolf at 236 rupees is 14 rupees away from purchasing the blue ring, and that could be problematic if he doesn't find level 3 before finding 14 rupees, because he's going to find a free red ring, and believe me, every meaning of the word free, he's going to find that free red ring in level 3.
Fred bought the bomb upgrade. 3 bombs at that price?
Ow! I knew there was a catch somewhere in this seed, and that's a catch. That is an ugly, ugly upgrade. I mean, I don't blame Fred for purchasing the bombs. Now that he's got the red ring, he doesn't really need the money for anything else. But for that price and only getting 3 extra bombs, yikes. Economy.
Yep, that's painful.
So it looks like Thirwolf's... Yep, so Thirwolf's gamble of not purchasing the bomb upgrade looks like it's going to pay off for Thirwolf a little bit, but Fred is going to have a bomb advantage if it comes down to it in level 9. Whistle, by the way, is required to get to level 7.
There's more whistle spots in the overworld. Personally, I don't know them all, but to see that doesn't surprise me. And hello, Aquamentus.
Alright, so Aquamentus, and Thirwolf makes quick work of that Aquamentus. Now he gets to play everybody's favorite Hylian game show, Find the Bomb Hole!
Update on the bunnies in 1, they led to a heart container.
Ah, so that's where the heart container in level 1 was. So Thirwolf missed out on that. Fred does get the Triforce out of level 1, and he's going to go back into level 1, and it's going to be the right decision for Fred if he can find another key. Thirwolf needs to be careful. He wants to... No! He gets sniped by the turret statue. That is nasty. That is a nasty room. Why? Why? Why does it have to be blue freaking land molas?
Oh, come on, game. Why you be like that?
Fred's out of level 1, and he does not have the silver arrows, so he's going to be at a little bit of a deficit. Oh! Thirwolf going to do the trick there. That's one of the 3 potential leave your life or bomb situations, and because Thirwolf only has 3 hearts, he's going to spend a heart that'll put him in zombie link strats, and that almost acts as a free pass. Fred finding level 2.
Yeah, but the longer he's away from level 1, the longer he's going to be without silver arrows, and that's not going to be good.
Well, the good news for Fred is he does have a 2 Triforce lead on Thirwolf, and the way this is going, he may soon have a 3 Triforce lead on Thirwolf, so Fred's not in a terrible position, and again, if you're going to gamble levels, a 1 is a good level to gamble on. Thirwolf finds the item in level 7, the Raft.
Might need that. We do not know that as of yet, so it's worth picking up.
That's correct. There are 2 raft spots, one that's in vanilla level 4, the other in the northeast, where you would find a take any in the normal quest. I bet you'd like to have more nothing. By the way, my favorite one is where it says, I bet you'd like to have more bombs. And it's a community hint. That's an actual community hint, which I've seen a few times already. That one's the funniest. What's not funny is the fact that he may have to spend another key, but he does get a heart container for his troubles.
Yeah, the funniest one is the one that says the silver to kill the beast lies somewhere.
Yeah, we may see that somewhere, potentially, because again, we're dealing with 100% pure community hints. These runners are on their own. Thirwolf finding the transport staircase. Fred finding he is out of luck in level 2. He'll have to come back later. Thirwolf does find a free key that Dig Dogger is poorly blocking, so no required there. And oh, shoot.
Double shoot. You also got an Aqua Mentis in there.
Now, even though that is a push block room in the second quest, I don't believe that can be a push block room in this circumstance, because that would create the potential of a soft lock.
Yeah, because what happens is you get the push, then you have the staircase spawn on the right side, effectively creating a one-way.
Correct, because it is a one-way in the second quest, because that staircase, when you emerge from it, takes you right to the final Patra and the Ganon fight in the second quest. And Thirwolf is going to find himself in a room full of these super ropes that's going to take 4 white sword hits each, but he's got the beam sword, so this is going to be a pretty easy fight, especially since a lot of them were on the island.
Yeah, that made that room a lot more manageable.
And Thirwolf is another Aqua Mentis here. I've never seen so many Aqua Mentises in one level, and I believe this is going to be a segmented level 7. Yes, this is a segmented level 7. There are 2 sets of transport staircases. That's normally not the case.
Rupee boss, hardest boss in the game.
Yep, it's a free 10 rupees for Thirwolf and a ladder block potential. Well, actually, no, he's as far east as he possibly could be, so Thirwolf is going to have to play another game of Find the Bomb Hole.
Odds on north.
Odds on nothing. Even odds on nothing, 2-to-1 odds on north, 3-to-1 odds on south.
Pretty much. And sword beams for shooting like-like.
Oh, that's perfect right there, because again, you got 2 like-likes that are on the other side of that river, and he finds the map. Oh, right, that's a very crucial map, so that means he could bomb to the north. Otherwise, this is what I would like to call a dead end. And nope, you can bomb to the north.
Yep, also, name that ink blot, and we got Zelda's room in 6.
Yes, we do have Zelda's room in 6, and looking at the size of this level 7, this is a 26-room level 7, so level 8, chances are level 8 is not going to be segmented unless there happens to be a one-off. There, as you can see, are 2 one-offs. Level 7 and level 8 are an 8x8 grid that connect to each other like a jigsaw puzzle, so level 8 is probably going to be about 35 to 37 rooms based off of that ink plot.
And we found Ganon's room in 7. Guess that's the pig's vacation home?
And another Aqua Mentis in level 7. And Thirwolf is just going to sneak past it, but he accidentally got pushed back, it looked like. He'll have to try again. There we go. He gets a fairy for his efforts, which he doesn't need. He's at full health.
The only other way that fairy could have helped is maybe... No, that's not... No, that's fairy fountain, excuse me.
Correct. It has to be a fairy fountain. Ooh, and Thirwolf taking a bop from that slow-moving orange Lamola. That's not a good place to have him in the triple bar room. Getting the Bohemian Rhapsody saying is Thirwolf. He's just 1 room away from the Triforce. What does he have to do? Just take care of a couple buyers. Not a big deal, right?
Yep. Those fires are caught in a landslide. No escape from reality.
Yep, Thirwolf picks up his Triforce in level 7. That's his second one of the match, and that's a big dungeon out of the way for Thirwolf. No more of that one. Fred finding a medium secret for 31 rupees up to 147 rupees. Pretty close match right now between these two. Again, the big difference right now, and keep this in mind, is Thirwolf does have the silver arrows. And again, for those of you who just joined us, that was the item in level 1. One of the 2 items was on the ground.
Which Fred did not get.
Good news for Thirwolf, he has just found level 3. Bad news for Thirwolf, he's about to find himself a world of hurt because there's a lot of red bubbles coming up.
This could get ugly.
So, remember we saw Thirwolf prior to the stream. Thirwolf was practicing some ladder clipping, so if Thirwolf wants to, in all likelihood, get the red ring out of level 3, he's going to have to know how to do a block clip with no sword. He's going to check the recorder lake first and find a potion shop. No letter, no business.
Still not a bad place for it.
No, not at all. It's better than a door repair penalty.
I think we've seen, like, what, 7 or 8 different door repair spots?
You might be right about that. Again, there are 10 of them in second quest. Thirwolf is now going to see the trouble, the so-called rebels. Ooh, and he's bopped. And again, that is not the worst thing in the world for Thirwolf, provided he can do a block clip without a sword. Now, he's got a candle, so he may have an easier chance of doing so with that candle.
There's 9, it's in the desert.
The recorder is required for 2 of the dungeons. 1 in the desert, 1 not too far from the desert. Silver arrows were in level 1, and now another room full of red bubbles, and Thirwolf just will get hit all the time. Speaking of talking about needing a letter to buy potion, that is recorder block. Fred picks up the letter, so if he shows it to the potion merchants, he can buy some potions.
That leaves one question. What are the prices?
Oh, no.
Side.
Fred finding a bonus cave that he's going to pick up that heart container, and that one is recorder required as well, so a lot of good stuff behind recorders. Fred is now guaranteed the white sword item if he can find it.
Big if. We don't know where it is yet.
That is correct, and we won't know what it is until we find it, because again, no hints.
Floor item was locked behind 2 key doors or a ladder.
Yep, it was either a ladder required or you need 2 keys. Fred finding a small secret for 19 rupees. Thirwolf, unfortunately, won't be going back to level 3, instead going back to level 2.
And I believe he has what he needs to get past what was blocking him. I believe it was a key.
Correct. He was key blocked because Fred had gone back to level 2 and he was also key blocked. So Thirwolf had been in level 2 before. So now with 4 keys in hand, he'll have a much better chance of cleaning up the rest of this level.
And yes, that is heavy.
Fred now knows the location of the magical sword, but unfortunately 6 hearts ain't gonna cut it. Again, you need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts to pick up the sword. That'll do 4 hit points of damage. Thirwolf finding some free bombs, but since he's at the maximum, he'll ignore them, maybe come back if he needs to.
Finds the dungeon heart.
Well, it could be the dungeon heart, or it could be the actual item in level 2, because we've not found the location of the heart container, which is one of the items in the shuffle. So there's always that small chance that there are 2 heart containers in level 2.
And the expensive bait shop on the Death Mountain flute spot.
Yeah, Fred, you can't bomb a monocle rock in second quest, so he's just going to check the normal potion shop next door, and he's going to find a potion shop, Fred. This is your seed. Of course there's a potion shop there. Why not? And he didn't show the letter, interestingly enough, though.
Yep, just going to up a save and go back to the coast. Which is... I thought was a flute spot, but apparently is not. He's just gonna 2D flute to another spot.
Yeah, Spectacle Rock can't be bombed. Monocle Rock, that can't be bombed either. And there's a bunch of other spots that can't be bombed as well. As Thirwolf is able to find the hole and pick up the heart container, now what is Thirwolf gonna find? But more red bubbles! And he finds the bow! So he now has everything he needs to kill the beast. He does get hit by a red bubble, so right now he just needs to find the Triforce, and because he's got no sword, he's going to have to resort to spending his cash on killing these keys, finding a key as his reward. Those are regular bubbles, so that is not going to cure him of the curse, and unfortunately, if... Oh, no! We need the ladder to get the Triforce out of level 2.
Game, that is rude.
But should we be surprised at this point, Les? I always like to say that the ladder is required for 99% of Zelda Randomizer seeds, and unfortunately, this is not the 1% that Thirwolf wanted.
Yep, and it's not the door repair Sky wanted either.
No. So, Thirwolf will have to come back to level 2 when he's got the ladder, and now he's going back to level 3, and again, he'll get the red ring if he explores enough of this level 3, so right now, we are 40 minutes in. We're all 40 minutes in, and there's not many Triforces on the board. I'm going to go over what we have found so far. Level 1 had the recorder and the silver arrows. Level 2, the bow. Level 3, the red ring. We have not even found level 4 yet. We don't know what's in levels 5 or 6. The raft is in level 7. We have not found level 8 yet. We have found level 9, but obviously we don't know what's in there. Armor statue item is the white sword. The ladder item of the coast is the one. We haven't even found the white sword item yet. Lots still in play. And Drakados in chat is hoping that the ladder is in level 8. The way this seed's been going, he's probably right.
Game knows, as you always say.
Absolutely, Les. So we'll see if Drakados' wager on ladder in 8 comes to fruition. Still plenty of levels left, and remember, there are 5 items that cannot be in level 9. Those are the ladder, the power bracelet, the bow, the raft, and the recorder. So at the moment, there are 2 required items that we have not found yet, the ladder and the power bracelet.
Fred's about to see the ugly truth here, and up A in 3, 2, 1.
Yep, so Fred does get his bow, but he will not get that Triforce out of level 2. He'll have to come back when he's got a ladder. Thirwolf going to get this key, and I believe north of this Dodongo, he's going to find his treasure. There's the Triforce. Now he'll have to figure out a way to clip, and he's going to go for it. Nice move there by Thirwolf, and he'll be handsomely rewarded with that red ring.
Nicely done.
So, and we see the tunic chains. It looks like he's wearing a blue ring, but it's not. That's a sprite shuffle. He has the red ring, so his damage is down to 1/4 of the base value. He's got the Triforce out of level 3. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie ball game in the Triforce department.
But in the item department, one could argue that Thirwolf is ahead.
Yeah, Thirwolf is definitely in the lead right now, and Thirwolf has really shown a lot of skills in this tournament right now. Fred going back to level 1 with the 1 key in hand.
He might be thinking what we already know.
Well, he also might be thinking, oh, I need this ladder. Maybe the ladder is here in level 1. And while he's not going to find the ladder, he's definitely not going to complain about finding a set of silver arrows here in level 1. Thirwolf is going to find level 8. Raft is needed!
Looks like we need everything but the kitchen sink for this one.
All we need now is a level to be power bracelet blocked, and this is an ultimate chain reaction seed. Hey, I'm going to call it right now. And if this is the way this Drakados wants it to be, this would be an ultimate chain reaction seed. Raft, to get to level 8, to get to the ladder, to get to the Triforce in level 2, that would be insane.
Oh, it would. 2 items. There's a chance.
Absolutely. Still plenty of items left to go, including the any key, the double boomerangs, the book. There's a lot of garbage items still left in play, so we'll see what happens. And the bad news for me, you know I'm a big advocator of the red candle. I don't think we're going to see either of these players pick it up. It's not happening. No.
No, not with what we've found. Just make a note of where it is. I don't even think Lord Banana's getting picked up.
No boomerangs are getting picked up. Wooden boomerang, magical boomerang, no siree bob. We're looking for some items, and we're looking for some key items. Thirwolf finding a triple shutter door room, so we know there's no staircase or item here. And that is a potential power bracelet spot right there where Fred just passed. But again, no power bracelet. We have not found it yet.
Also, this river section, there's a bomb hole, but you need a ladder to get to it.
Well, this could be an ultimate chain reaction. Wouldn't it be something if the power bracelet was the white sword item, you need the ladder to get it, and you need it to get to level 4? That would be fantastic.
Fantastic for us, but not so much for our runners.
Nope, not at all, Les. Thirwolf doing his best to excavate as much as level 8 as he possibly can. The good news is he will not have to clear that level 8 again because those bubbles will lock the room in place. So as long as he doesn't exit out of level 8, that room is done, period. Fred, finding another bonus cave, thought about taking the potion for a moment, but opts to pick up the heart container. He's now up to 8 hearts. He's 2 hearts away from a potential shot at the magical sword.
Yep, it would only be a 20% chance, but hey, it could be worth it. Not
Fred finding the quote-unquote other hint cave. And Thirwolf has the recorder, so he's going to play the melody and take care of this single-segmented Dig Dogger. Let's see how he does. Going for the arrow strats and get some bombs that he doesn't need.
And there was the door repair up by Death Mountain. Now on Fred's screen, this bomb hole that he opens up, that's vanilla level 9 in second quest.
But there is a secret there. Instead, he'll get an extra 19 rupees, so he'll recover the lost money. Thirwolf finding a transport staircase in level 8, which is typical in level 8 because there's always going to be at least one set. And again, judging by what we saw in the Inkblot of level 7, there's a pretty good chance level 8 is not going to be segmented. Again, the only way it would be is if there's a one-off. Let's see if there's anything behind this bomb spot. There is some more money. He'll get an extra 19 rupees. Thirwolf unfortunately does not find a push block. Now remember, this is second quest, so he's got to keep in mind that walk-through walls are in play, and level 8's going to have them.
Yep, we haven't seen one yet. Oh, shoot.
Oh, he's probably thinking to himself more than just shoot. He's got to get through this Dig Dogger in order to go back, and that was a good fight right there. Back he goes.
Yep, no silver arrows. That might have been an up A spot.
Well, absolutely indeed. Thirwolf still trying to find the 2 items here in level 8. Fred is going to check Recorder Lake where level 3 would normally be in the second quest. He'll find a potion shop. Still not going to show the letter.
Wonder why he's holding out on that.
I'm not sure. He does have enough money to buy potions. He might be saving it for the end. That's the only reason I would think he would hold off on that. Of course, Fred is one of the better combat runners in Zelda Randomizer, so he may be thinking to himself, hey, maybe I don't need a potion to beat the seed, but if that's the case, why did he pick up the letter?
Safety. Call it an insurance policy.
That's exactly what it is, Leslie, an insurance policy. So that's probably the reason why. And Thirwolf is not going to play two-door Monty, wisely so. He's already been to those rooms, so that's why you always check your map, ladies and gentlemen. When you see a situation like that, when you know you've been in a transport staircase, check your options to make sure you've not been in those rooms so that you're not wasting a key.
Or time, or both.
Correct you are. So, Thirwolf is going to go back the way he came, and he's going to hope for better results taking a different path. Fred going to go ahead and purchase that 69 rupee key, because keys have been sparse. There's the Triforce in level 8 being conveniently swallowed up by that Gibdo, but Thirwolf doesn't want it right now. Instead, he's going to find himself diplomatic immunity. Just been revoked. And hey, that's a walkthrough wall, and that could be key for this particular match. So hopefully, if there happens to be something good behind this room, Thirwolf has to take care of this three-headed Dig Dogger first and hope for some kind of good drop. He's going to be down to 1 key. Does find the Come As Thanks game. We've already seen the Triforce, but Thirwolf does find a bomb hole to the north.
Uh-oh.
Ladder blocked, so he can't get that key. So now he's going to have to spend one of his keys, potentially. He's looking at his map. He's going to go for it. He's committed. And another Dig Dogger!
Wait, is this Dig Dogger central?
So level 7 was Aquamentus Alley, and level 8 was Dig Dogger Digs.
Well, if you're looking for the blue bubbles, you just found them.
Yeah, and unfortunately it doesn't look like that walkthrough wall led to much, except using up one of his precious keys. So Kind of a tough break there for Thirwolf. Fred's going to go back into level 6. Does not have the Triforce or the item out of there, so we'll see if Fred is able to make a better attempt this time around.
Yep, we shall see, and I have to agree with Krim. A better color palette for this dungeon would be great, because this is not easy on anyone's eyes.
Thirwolf finds a staircase. I believe this is going to be one of the items. It is, and it's the ladder!
And here we go. Thirwolf is about to have his seed take off.
And this is officially a Dracado certified seed, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, Dracado's called it, that's for sure.
So now, let's see if Thirwolf decides to gamble or if he wants to find that second item. Now, he's passing up on the map. I would pick that up because then you know exactly where you need to go. Oh, I see. Thirwolf is going to try and get that key. Nice move. Playing the game of keep away, and the Blue Landmolas lose that time. So Thirwolf is going to get his map, and contestants, name that ink blot.
That ink blot reminds me of somebody took a picture of this Commonwealth of Massachusetts and broke it.
Yep, and 32 rooms is actually not that big for a level 8, so it's definitely got a couple of linear passageways, but I've definitely seen bigger level 8s. Unfortunately, Thirwolf has missed a room or two that has the item. Now, the big question is, what kind of item are we dealing with? Fred, meanwhile, is going back into level 5.
Yeah, Cooper, I think you're right. It does feel like Thirwolf's been in here for a good 20 minutes, but it's probably more like 10, 15 maybe. Not sure.
I think the reason why he's saying that is because this feels like a slow seat for both of these runners' calibers, but unfortunately, this is just one of those kinds of level 8s or seeds where you have to go through this path and that path. It's like you have to go back and forth, double dip into dungeons, triple dip into dungeons, quadruple dip into dungeons. Fred finds a heart container in level 5, so that was not the correct move for Fred's part in terms of what he was looking for, but he is now 1 heart away from the magical sword opportunity.
Yep, and Thirwolf ahead on Triforce is 4-3. He's not missing anything on level 5.
So the only thing right now that is stopping Thirwolf from being in go mode is the power bracelet, and if that happens to be the second item in level 8, and Fred excavates for it, Thirwolf's going to be in a world of hurt. Because right now, we have explored a lot of Hyrule, and at this point, you gotta believe that level 4 is power bracelet blocked, and if that's the case, then the power bracelet's either in level 6 or level 8.
That being said, we got Fred in 6. He might be looking for ladder. He won't find it here, but he could find power bracelet here.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe 4 is power bracelet required. That's my guess.
Yep, indeed. Fred needs to find Raft to get to ladder.
Yeah, this is turning into one of those right order seeds right at this point, and so far Thirwolf is doing things in the right order, but again, he still needs to find level 6. I don't believe he has found level 6. I think only Fred has found level 6. He still needs to find that. He needs to go back to 2 to get the Triforce there, and of course, we don't know where level 4 is, and right now we're speculating it's power bracelet blocked.
You don't rule that out until you hit go mode.
That is correct. And Thirwolf is going to lose 18 of his rupees as he finds a door repair penalty at the White Sword Cave. It's possible both of them have already seen level 6, but neither player has the Triforce out of level 6, and maybe this could be the reason why. We have a potential ladder block on Fred's side.
With super ropes as well to make it worse.
Ooh, and Thirwolf is going to check the ladder spots where vanilla level 8 is. Potentially level 4 is here, so let's find out. He's going to check this spot, and no. That is, why can't Zelda crawl? That is one of the community hints that replaces either the magical sword hint or the white sword item hint, so that's not a door repair penalty. Where could this power bracelet be? Thirwolf is going to go ahead and pick up this wand, but not before getting treated cruelly by those blue gorillas, pushing him away from the item. But now Thirwolf is going to whistle his way out of there and get bopped in the process, so it's void. Too bad, but he'll just go ahead and up and in and try a different path.
Probably not a bad idea because those gorillas treated him rudely.
Oh, no question about it. Fred's still in level 6, and he is having a lot of problems. A map would be nice. Obviously, the compass would be nice. He'd love to get the item out of level 6. That also would be nice, but this seed has not played nice to either of our runners tonight, Les.
Oh, no doubt about it. This seed would qualify as one that some would call for to die in a countywide tire fire.
Absolutely, and keep in mind, folks, these are two extremely established Zelda randomizer runners right here, Fred Coughlin and Thirwolf. Both of them capable of pulling sub-hour times easily, but it just goes to show, as I like to say, Zelda randomizer doesn't care who you are. If it wants to troll the snot out of you, it will.
Yep, and you definitely see it throughout all Zelda randomizers, not just this one, but Z2, Z3, which I'm familiar with, Link's Awakening Rando, just throwing some examples out there.
Piercing Mounting is calling for an item recap. I think it's a good idea that we'll give an item recap once we find the item in level 6, or if Fred decides to back out of it. Once he finds it, or if he backs out of it, I think we'll give an item recap at that point. Still a lot of quality items missing off the docket. I know we're missing the Any Key, we're of course missing the all-important Power Bracelet, we're missing the 2 boomerangs, and of course we're missing the book. I believe those are the 5 items. Yes, those are the 5 items that are currently at large as we speak.
6. Red candle.
Oh yes, of course. I remember, you know why I didn't say anything about the red candle? Because I said it earlier. Red candle's not going to be in play because we're now almost an hour into the seed. Thirwolf does pick up his 6th Triforce piece out of level 2.
Fred's been in 6 for a long time, and it's tough to tell the shapes of the rooms just based off the palette of the dungeon.
Not a double raft requirement, the book! No, thank you. Thirwolf doesn't want it. With the wand equipped, that is going to be more of a hindrance, so pass.
Yep, but that dig dogger was a key, by the way, in 6.
And by the way, Les, if this was not a community hint, situation, we could have gotten a hint that says sail over the water to find the book, and that might have given runners a false sense of security that the raft is required. But in that case, the raft wouldn't have been required. Of course, it's a moot point because the raft is required because level 8 is raft blocked.
Yep, and we got Thirwolf in 6, and Fred is done an up A retry.
Yeah, he's going to get all of his resources back because he really didn't gain anything by going into level 6, so he'll get all of the resources that he had back. So I don't blame Fred for doing that. He had saved before that point, but right now, this has been a really rough seed for Fred. Thirwolf is on cruise control right now. He'll be looking for the item and the Triforce, and with the latter in hand, he'll have a much better chance of exploring this level 6 than Fred did. And given what we saw at a level 6, I'm fully convinced we were ladder blocked out of both the Triforce and the item.
I believe you're right, Laws, and we will find that answer out very soon as Fred's ducking back in.
Now, also keep in mind, and again, we've only seen one of those so far. Walk-through walls are a thing, and level 6 is fair game for walk-through walls, so Thirwolf is doing the right thing. He's checking that they're walk-through walls first, and then choosing the bomb at that point if they're not. So once we find the item out of level 6, and again, the way this is shaping up, it's looking like Thirwolf is going to find it first, but who knows. At that point, I will give an item recap of what we have found in this seed. And we'll be about an hour in, so I think it'll be a perfect time to give an item recap at that point.
Absolutely. Also, one thing to note about the wand is that you hit the wand and sword button simultaneously, and you'll get stacked damage.
Piercing Mountain asking a very good question in chat. Are there one-way pass-through walls? And the answer is no, not in the Zelda Randomizer, because what Piercing Mountain is pointing out is when you do second quest, some of the levels, when you go through walkthrough walls, they are one-ways. You can go in through the walkthrough walls, but you can't go back the way you came. They are usually traps.
Yep, as Admiral Akbar would point out.
Yep, so we're still looking for the item and the Triforce in level 6. I want to see this map. This has to be a really large level 6. I mean, level 6 can be in excess of 40 rooms. It can be as small as, like, the low 20s, but it can be over 40 rooms. I want to see this ink plot for level 6.
Same here.
Ooh, Thirwolf finding a bomb hole to the north right here, and Fred is right behind him. Unfortunately, did you get this ROM legally? No. I didn't get this ROM legally. I guess I'm going behind bars.
Guess that old man is too.
Yes, indeed. So while we all spend time in jail, Thirwolf's going to take this transport staircase.
Looks to be early in the dungeon. We didn't see too much from the west, and it's due to a key and a ladder block situation.
That's what it's looking like right here. And keys are going to be a factor now for Thirwolf. He's down to 2 and another Dig Dogger. These dungeons have been brought to you today by Dig Doggers. Usually they're brought to you by Patras, but today it's Dig Doggers. I've never seen so many. Oh, welcome to your new identity as Thief. I like the reference there, ETAP. What he's referring to is Link's Awakening. If you steal something from the shop, instead of being called your character name, which is by default Link or whatever you want to call it, you're called Thief instead for the rest of the game.
Yep, and if you go back into that shop, you get zapped, and that's an insta-kill.
Indeed it is, but unfortunately it's the only way in Link's Awakening Deluxe to complete your album is to actually steal something from a shop, which is kind of petty to be sure, but, you know, what are you going to do?
Yep, we got a compass.
Oh, so finally we're going to know where this Triforce is. We're still looking for the item out of level 6. There's a heart container for Thirwolf. He's going to pick that up and be 2 hearts away from a potential shot at the magical sword. And now, Thirwolf, with the ladder in hand, can cross this room and get his Triforce.
A good clock, too.
Thirwolf going to collect a little bit of cash here. He finds the Triforce in the Triforce room. He'll go ahead and pick that up. That is his 7th Triforce piece. He just needs the Triforce out of level 4, but we don't even know where level 4 is. What's Thirwolf going to do? He's going to get out of level 6.
Fred's still there.
Well, I am still convinced that we're ladder blocked out of the item in level 6, but we won't know until one of them finds it. And if Fred leaves level 6 and, makes a different play, at that point I will give an item recap.
Meanwhile, Thirwolf is checking more of the overworld.
He's looking for level 4. We haven't checked this recorder spot. That is a secret. He'll get an extra 19 rupees out of that one to go to 187. Thirwolf, it looks like he may purchase another key here. He's going to that key shop with the cheap bait. Let's see what he decides to do. He's going to purchase the bait, and I certainly don't blame him, and he's at 137 rupees. He's now 1 rupee short of purchasing 2 keys, so he can definitely get 1 key here for the price of 69. That'll put him at 68 rupees, and I'll be wondering if Thirwolf decides to go back and purchases another key if he finds just 1 more rupee.
We shall see.
I'm going to say no, because he may want to hold on to his rupees as ammunition.
That is right, because your rupees are your bow ammo.
Well, you can throw that key out the window. He just found a door repair penalty that'll knock him down to 50. He's going to get some money back as he finds a medium secret. Now Thirwolf could purchase a key, but no, he's not going to.
Yep, and Thirwolf might be out of overworld spots. No, I do believe this to be a recorder spot, and it's a casino, which he says no to.
No, not at 81 rupees. Again, you're not going to see many of these players play the money-making game unless you have a low amount of rupees. And Fred is out of level 6. I think he is ladder blocked. I'm fully committed at this point that he's going to be ladder blocked. And with that, I'm going to go over what we have found so far in this seed. So in level 1, we had the recorder and the silver arrows. Level 2 has the bow. Level 3 has the red ring. We have not found level 4, so we have no idea what's in there. Level 5 has the heart container. We don't know what's in level 6. Level 7 has the raft. One of the items in level 8 is the ladder. The Armo statue item was the white sword. The ladder item on the coast was the wand, and the white sword item was the book. That means there's still 5 items left at large, including the red candle. We are still looking for the all-important power bracelet. We're looking for the any key, and of course, the 2 boomerangs.
Any key, best key.
Yeah, but you know, the way this seed's been going, any key's a 9. That's a guarantee.
And Staver's a 9, too.
Yep, that is correct. And by the way, I did not mention this because we didn't have much time to explain the ramifications of this race. I'm going to do that right now. The winner will advance into the winner's bracket finals to face off against either JSR2 Gamers or RC Drone, and they will be 1 match away from a spot in the Grand Championship match. The loser will go into the bonus bracket and face off against one of these 4 runners potentially, either Amazing Toaster, Dracados, TA909, or Crystal Saver. But as you mentioned, Crystal Saver's a 9, so he won't be available right now.
And no matter how you slice it, there's no easy races at this point, and definitely as we're seeing with this seed, no easy seed.
Absolutely not. All 4 of those runners in that, whoever they have to face, it is going to be a tough matchup. All of those runners are really good. Thirwolf is going to go ahead and take the potion. I like this play. He has not found the letter yet, because remember, the letter was recorder block, but he has not checked the recorder spots in the desert yet. So I like this move by Thirwolf picking up the potion.
I get what chat's saying about Fred believing his progression item is here, but just looking at it, beyond that, where he was, that was the ladder to the block to the Triforce.
Yeah, you needed the ladder to get the Triforce out of level 6, and I honestly believe you need the ladder to also get the item out of level 6, and I'm telling you, Power Bracelet's going to be in 6. But you know what? It's probably going to be an 8. I mean, Thirwolf is in what we like to call Schrodinger's Go mode. It looks like you have all the items if this particular item is not required, but Power Bracelet, I really think is required to get to level 4. And Power Bracelet, if that's the case, is either in 6 or 8.
Hi, Billy Mays here, selling all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah, my favorite one of all time. Billy Mays here for the Ding King.
The what?
The Ding King. I think what the Ding King was, it was some kind of tool that would, like, undo a small, like, dent that might have been put into your car. You had to, like, rotate this tool, and it would magically remove the dent. I think that's what the Ding King was. Somebody would have to YouTube it or something. I bet it's up there somewhere.
That would not surprise me, and we got some interesting looks from chat from there. But that was an actual item.
That was an actual item. I am not lying, folks. Look it up. It was a thing. I've not heard it since the Billy Mays passing, so I'm guessing it wasn't a very good item, but there was such thing. Now, Thirwolf checking the desert spot. He's going to come across level 9 very shortly, and the letter. And if he finds that letter, I don't think he's going to take it. We'll see, though. He finds it, and he will take it. Insurance policy for Thirwolf, so if he does drink both of his potions, he can always buy more. Thirwolf is going to find this bonus cave and pick up the heart container. That'll put him up to 9 hearts. So he's 1 heart away from a chance at the magical sword, but given where the magical sword is, I don't think we're going to see these players going for it, considering their caliber of play.
Ooh, that is nasty. You're trying to check for a walkthrough wall, and you got all these turrets shooting at you, creating all sorts of lag. That's just nasty.
This has been a nasty level 6. This might be one of the worst level 6s I have ever seen. And when I was doing a randomizer a couple of weeks ago, level 7 was a pain because it was an ugly game of finding the bomb hole, and I swore there were no bomb holes. And I mean, it turns out there was, but you had to pick that specific spot for any progression in that level. It was nuts. And this is another one of those levels where it looks to be the same way. Thirwolf going back into level 8, and that's not a bad play on Thirwolf's part. If it's the power bracelet, he's in go mode, and this race is going to be all but over.
Yeah, so it looks like Thirwolf's swinging for the knockout punch here.
Now,
but even so, 9
right.
is the great equalizer.
That's correct. That's correct, Leslie, but the way this race is going right now, Fred is far behind Thirwolf. It's going to have to be one hell of a level 9 for Fred to even have a chance to make a comeback. I mean, silver arrows were in 1, so they're not going to be hunting for silver arrows. They're going to be hunting for Zelda and Ganon, or in Fred's case, it's going to be the other way around because he's playing as a Gibdo. But it's going to have to be one heck of a level 9 for Fred to have any hope of a comeback. I don't know if I can see it. Unless the power bracelet's at 6 and Fred can find a way to get there, I think he's in trouble.
Yep, certainly looks like it. Speaking of trouble, Thirwolf is in trouble against these red landmolars, but gets the job done.
He only had 1 heart
and he
left.
got the power bracelet! He's in go mode!
Yes, he is! So, Thirwolf making the correct gamble. He gets his power bracelet. He is now officially in go mode. He just needs to find level 4.
The question is, where has level 4 gone? Where can it be?
You know, that was actually a good Adirondack Rick impression right there, Leslie. I'm not going to lie to you. Adirondack Rick, who make sure you give him a follow. He's one of the more respected, not only Zelda randomizer runners, but also one of the good commentators in the business. So, Adirondack Rick, definitely a fun guy to work with.
Absolutely.
Alright, so back to the task at hand. Thirwolf going to check all the power bracelet spots. That one near the fairy fountain, that was not it.
Nope, not that one.
No, not the one. Well, he's checking the vanilla ones first. You know, I don't blame him. Now he's going to check the one where level 4 is in the second quest. Is this where level 4 is? No, that's another bonus cave. He'll pick up this heart container. That's the last of the Take Any caves for Thirwolf, and now he has a 20% chance of picking up the magical sword. Again, I don't think he's going to go back there, but if there is a push block near it, he may give it a go. We'll see. Because there is the push block. I know there's one where you get the magical sword in second quest. It's the shape of the arrow pointing left. That's a push block, so he may check there next.
And it looks like Fred is leaving level 6 entirely. He spent an awful lot of time there to come up empty-handed, and it was not the right gamble.
Yeah, and we know it's not the right gamble because the only good item that could be in level 6 at this point would be the Any key. And unfortunately, the arrow is an arrow to the bankrupt space on Wheel of Fortune. Thirwolf going to lose 18.
Yep, and the game also told us no soup for you.
Come back 1 year. We are now 74 minutes in, and now Fred is in level 7. And what are you doing, Fred? Get rid of that key, or was that... Oh, wait a minute, he can't. He can't get rid of it. Or could have he? Could have he gotten rid of that key because it was a recorder spot? Could have he gotten rid of it? I think he could have.
I don't think so.
Ooh.
Correct me. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
We'll have to see, because I'm not sure what the recorder rules are for clearing keys, because I wonder if you could record it again. He could have gotten rid of it. His TA in chat is telling us he could have gotten rid of that, so unfortunately for Fred, he lost a key when he didn't need to.
There's
Fred is going to find the raft that's going to open the seat up for him, but it might just be too little too late for Fred.
That's unfortunate, but sometimes those things happen. He was all but certain that he was on the 8th track, only to find that he was not.
Yeah, but the way this seed's been going, I don't think we're ever going to find out what's in level 6, because, again, we're in go mode. Once Thirwolf finds the Triforce in level 4, he's out of there, he'll go to level 9.
Looks like this has to be it, because I can't think of any other push block spots. And it is.
Right you are, so Power Bracelet was required, and that raft was everything to this seed. It unlocked the rest of it, because you needed the raft to get to the ladder, which was required for the Triforces out of levels 2 and 6. You needed the raft to get to the Power Bracelet, which was required for level 4. So this is what I like to call the ultimate chain reaction seed. The only thing that would make this seed complete is if a bait was required.
Hey, you could have a bait blocking the way to Ganon, and that level 4 looks pretty close to vanilla level 2, just saying.
Yep.
So, name that ink blot.
It's a boring shape, that's what it is. And if he finds a staircase, that's going to guarantee to have the item, because level 4 by default is only going to have the item staircase. So if Thirwolf finds the staircase before he finds the Triforce, he'll probably peek in there in the hopes that he finds the any key, but if he doesn't find it, he's not going to, be hurt about it. He's just going to pick up the Triforce, get out, and go to level 9.
Got the heart out of 4, and I'd say that ink blot looks more like a diving board.
It kind of does look like a diving board. We just got done with the Winter Olympics. The Summer Olympics will be back in 2 years, I believe, in Tokyo.
Believe you're right.
So, well, if this is a push block, Thirwolf will have found his item, and this is a Superman handler.
Yep, somebody gave this manhandler some illegal miracle grow.
And let's see. Nope, that is not even a push block.
But a hidden wall.
That's a walkthrough. Walkthrough wall, yes. So Thirwolf finds the walkthrough wall. He'll go back the way he came, and he's going to try to bomb to the north successfully. So right now at this point, he's looking for the Triforce. Yep.
Nope, bombs.
Well, he'll get that hearts, because he was down to 2 hearts, so now he's got a little bit more health. Again, he's looking for the Triforce. He's in go mode. Again, if he finds the item, he'll probably peek in there. But again, right now, there's a 3 in 4 chance that the item he wants isn't going to be there. Ooh, now! Remember he was practicing this before stream? Now he's going to put these skills to the test. He's going to try to do the difficult ladder clip here in the tea room.
Yep, Thirwolf knows how to do the ladder clip, so he will get it done. As Fred gets the triangle out of 7, but it's a long uphill battle from here.
Oh, absolutely it is. I mean, the good news for Fred is that he's been to level 6 enough so that he'll probably find the Triforce rather quickly. The bad news is he is way far behind Thirwolf at this point. It's going to take a monumental comeback for Fred to pull off the victory, but he has done it before. He had that nice comeback against Yeelcrast a couple of rounds ago, so it's not over until the dot done is hit. And Fred finds level 8, and he's going to find the 2 items he sorely needs to complete this seed here. The big question is, how fast can he find them?
Yep. It's gonna take a lot, but like you said, not over till you see a dot done.
Now, this Triforce has been quite elusive for Thirwolf. This is looking like one of those full clears for Thirwolf. Let's see now if he finds the Triforce in this room. Clearing these Zols here and finds the compass. Now he knows where to go.
Talk about buried.
So he just needs to clear a few more Zols, and nope, we're not going to know what the item in level 4 is. And I don't know if you've noticed this, Les, but quietly Thirwolf picked up a lot of keys in that level 4. He's all of a sudden up to 9.
Yeah, that level 4 was the key avalanche that we were looking for.
Yep, the key avalanche, the key bonanza, the key jackpot, the key to success, perhaps, for Thirwolf to come out on top.
As now he's off to the desert and level 9.
Alright, so Thirwolf is about to enter level 9, about 80 minutes in, and this is what he's going to be looking for. He is going to be listening for the Roar of Ganon. When he hears that Roar of Ganon, then Ganon is adjacent to where he currently is right now, one room to the north, south, east, or west. The other thing he's going to be looking for is a single shutter door room. Full clears that room. If that door does not open, he has found the location to Zelda. And remember, since we're doing with all community hints, that any old men that we see are going to have nothing but community hints. So these runners are on their own. And don't forget, we still have the bait block we have yet to see, and we've only seen one mugger room. There can be up to 3 of those, so that potentially could get into these runners' way.
In the mugger rooms, you could have bomb holes out of, unless it's to the north. Just a heads up. I remember seeing that learned the hard way one night.
So there's a double shutter door room, so that is not where Zelda is going to be. It has to be a single shutter door room.
There's also 6 sets of transport staircases in 9, as well as 2 item staircases.
That's a grand total of 14 staircases. That is, unless, of course, level 9 is segmented. We have seen that in the tournament already, so if that's the case, then there'd be 7 sets of transport staircases.
I have yet to see such a 9, so I would have to go back and see where that was.
Well, I did commentary for that particular race, and I'm pretty sure I clipped it, and it might have been here on Randomania. It was either here or Randomania 2, so you'll have to look out for that clip, but segmented level 9s are definitely a thing, Les.
Here's a staircase, but Thirwolf is not looking for that.
Yeah, Thirwolf has got to be thinking he's behind in this race. Little does he know he is way ahead of Fred. But I wouldn't blame Thirwolf if he was starting to panic. That's why he left that key on the table. Good news for us, he's finding a lot of keys here already in level 9. He's up to double digits. And this is further confirming my suspicions, Les, that any key we're going to find in 9.
Yep, because the game knows you're not going to need it once you have that many.
Looks like we have found Zelda. Thirwolf has found the location to the girl. He just needs to find the beast.
He found a Patra.
Yeah, nobody likes Patras. I mean, Patras, they do 2 hearts of damage, they have a lot of hit points, and they're very trolly, especially when you do first quest level 9. We have a walkthrough wall that leads to, oh shoot, a Patra! Is this a dead end? Oh, no it's not!
Ooh, thank the goddess for bomb hole.
Well, let's see if this is a staircase. Ooh, it is! I will laugh if this takes him to Ganon, because if you need to take that path and go through that walkthrough wall to get to Ganon, that would be amazing!
Doesn't look like it yet.
No, it doesn't look like it. I think there might be alternate ways to get to there.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Here's Ganon. So that was one way to get to Ganon, was through that staircase. We need 8 hits. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down goes the pig. We've got bacon. We've got the Triforce of Power. So Thirwolf just needs to backtrack. And this was not the kind of level 9 that Fred needed for him to make the comeback. This was a pretty straightforward level 9. Thirwolf is going to advance to the winners finals against either JSR2 Gamers or RC Drone.
Yep, because he knows the path, he knows where to go.
Yep, just needs to make his path back to where that shutter door is automatically going to open, and Thirwolf is going to be a massive winner tonight, and he is going to advance to the winners finals and be 1 match away from a chance at the Grand Championship.
Yep, you can turn out the lights because this party's all but over.
Yep, all he's got to do now is backtrack. Here comes that single shutter door room, automatically open, and unless it's a shoot room, which it isn't, that's it. Thirwolf has won the race against Fred Coughlin. Get your GGs out. He is advancing to the winners' finals.
Got an official SRL time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, 30 seconds.
This was a difficult seed, no doubt about it, but Thirwolf played it the way he needed to. This was a right order seed. Thirwolf finding everything in the right order, finding the silver arrows, finding the raft out of level 7 to get to the ladder and the power bracelet in level 8, which you needed, and that was all she wrote. A right order seed, he found everything, as Fred Coughlin does find the ladder, so it looks like he may attempt to try to finish this seed out, but man, oh man, it all came down to Fred's decision on trying to seek out the item in level 6 and not having level 7 figured out that did him in.
Yep, sometimes sticking with one thing for too long can be extremely costly.
All right, we'll see if we can get Thirwolf in here for an interview in a moment. Man, he played a really good seed, and that looks like we do now have Thirwolf here in the commentator's booth. Thirwolf, congratulations. You are advancing to the winners' finals. You are now just one victory away from advancing to the Grand Championship. And boy, what a convoluted seed this was. Go over it with us.
Wow, this just required all sorts of things, and it was a chain reaction combination. Get the recorder to go into 7, to get the raft to go into 8, which had a ladder and a power bracelet, which, yeah, had to go back for that power bracelet.
Yes, this was what I like to call the ultimate chain reaction seed. You had to get the recorder out of level 1 to get to level 7 that had the raft, to get to level 8 that had the ladder, to get the Triforces out of 2 and 6, and the power bracelet to get to level 4. Yeah, this is probably one of the most ultimate chain reaction seeds I have ever seen so far. And of course, with second quest, all of the different power bracelet spots, all the different recorder spots, that makes a chain reaction seed like this much more likely. But man, this was a right order seed, and boy, Thirwolf, you did everything in the right order pretty much.
Yeah, other than full clearing the overworld, level 4 is in my last possible spot, but it happens.
Right. What happened to Fred here is he spent a lot of time in level 6 trying to find the item. He just did not make the right decision. He needed to go to level 7 and get the raft, and it ended up costing him this race because he's in level 8 right now. He's already got the ladder. He just needs to get the power bracelet. He'll be in go mode, and it happens to everybody. But unfortunately for him, and lucky for you, Thirwolf, you played an immaculate seed against a really tough competitor and the creator of Zelda Randomizer. So hats off to you, Thirwolf. You're advancing to the winners finals, and you'll be facing off either against JSR2 Gamers or RC Drone, and neither one of them is going to be great shakes. This is going to be a tough matchup. So go over what you might be having to face in your next match.
It's just going to be a rough one. I mean, an hour 24 for this one, I was worried. Just when I was going into 9, like, man, this took a long time, but if Fred had done the right order here, he easily could have just sniped me out from this. But JSR, oof, don't want to race him. But I don't want to race anybody, actually. Just
yeah, we're now getting down to it. We're down to the final 11 competitors, and the field that these 11 competitors consist of. There is no easy match from here on in. You're going to be dealing against big-time talent, no matter where you are in this part of the tournament. So, again, congratulations, Thirwolf, on your victory. You win the next match, you're into the championship round.
oh boy.
Yeah, you seem pretty excited about that. I mean, did you ever think you would get this far?
Oh, there's always a chance, but man, everything's worked out well so far, at least in the bracket rounds.
it certainly has. You've had a lot of convincing wins already, and now a really big win against Fred Coughlin as he has just picked up the power bracelet here in level 8. Leslie, do you have any questions for Thirwolf?
Did Fred just throw fire at the power bracelet to light it on fire? Like,
oh, he's upset. I don't blame him. Of course he's gonna burn the power bracelet. He knows he needs it. He's already full cleared the overworld himself. He knows the power bracelet's required to get to level 4 at this point. So I don't blame Fred for showing his frustrations right there and burning the power bracelet.
There's the triangle out of 8. And as for Thirwolf, I mean, I've seen a number of the... Excuse me, been dealing with that all seed. My apologies, everyone. It's just that, where was my train of thought? Oh, yeah. Chain reaction seeds like this. Has there ever been one that you've played that was even more of a chain reaction than this?
Oh, probably, but then you have to start adding additional qualifiers like swordless in and trying to get a wand out, and then that just makes things even more complicated.
I had the bow in mind, actually. The bow was the only thing that really didn't fit into this formula. That if you had the bow in this formula, oh boy.
That's right. There were no, unfortunately, for us commentators and the people in chat, we didn't have a bow block. That was practically, and we didn't have a bait block either.
Yeah, it ended with the meat. I bought it because it was cheap and I was in the area, but didn't end up needing it. Do we know what the item in 5 was?
Heart container.
I'm glad I didn't bother with that dungeon.
Now, we, believe it or not, Thirwolf, have 4 items still unclaimed. We have the 2 boomerangs, we have the any key, and we have the red candle, and it was looking like for a long while that the any key could come into play, and speaking of which, Fred has no keys left to his name. Any key could still be in 4, 6, or 9 at this point.
Yeah, any key, I was worried about keys, so I bought, quite a few throughout.
Yeah, and then level 4 happened where all of a sudden, because I was calling the race, and I'm telling Les, don't look now, but Thirwolf has quietly picked up a bunch of keys. He's up to 9.
If level 4 hadn't been so kind on keys, I would have looked to see what the item was, just hoping for any key, because at that point I had basically cleared everything but one room.
Yeah, we were mentioning that during the commentary. I was telling Les, if he finds the Triforce first, he's just going to grab it and run to level 9. I said, if he finds the item in level 4, all well and good. He's going to take a peek, and if it's anything good, he's going to pick it up. But if he finds that Triforce, he's out of there. And it just so happened you found the Triforce first.
Yeah, I basically full cleared that 4, except for the one room that probably had the push stair. But
yeah. But again, 3/4 chance that it was going to be something you weren't going to want. Because again, any key, red candle, 2 boomerangs. That's all we had left.
I am not sad that I didn't see any of that stuff.
No, absolutely not. You played a darn good seed against a very tough opponent, against very tough conditions. I mean, the combat wasn't an issue for either one of you, but just, again, ultimate chain reaction seed. You practically... It started on 1 to 7 to 8 to 2 to 6 to 4. I mean, that's basically what it came down to. Trenton's asking a very funny question. Go over level 3 with us that had all those red bubbles. You performed an amazing clip to get out of that mess and get your red ring.
Yeah, that level was really annoying. I'm glad I left and went back to 2 with some keys just to see what was in there and get the bow, because that kind of solved the whole red bubble issue. But 3 just, red bubble room after red bubble room. In the NSU room, I don't think you can really get through that without a ladder.
No, not at all. And luckily for both of you guys, this was a big money seed. You both found the large secret at start early, so you didn't have to worry about finding it when you were high on rupees. 139 rupees, good small secret, decent medium secret. Money wasn't going to be an issue there, but yeah, buying keys. You get to seeds like this where you got to buy keys. Making your decisions on money, and especially if this is a poverty seed. Very important, and both of you have had to purchase several keys.
I was kind of happy at the very beginning where before I found any secrets, I found 4 the little stealing guys. Like, okay, I have no money. I'm fine with this.
Yeah, a lot of door repair penalties that were bunched up against each other in the overworld. 10 of them in second quest. So if you're going to find door repair penalties, find them at the start.
Oh, absolutely. And Fred is just about to get the Triforce out of level 6, going to find level 4.
Yep, and Fred is probably relieved that that level 6 is done with, unless he wants to go for the item, which he is.
He takes us out.
Yep, he changed his mind. And I don't blame him. Again, 3 or 4 chance that the item in level 6 was going to be, yeah. So now he just needs to find the power bracelet spots, and he will eventually stumble across level 4. Let's see where he says, well, now he's going to check this raft spot, and Fred's going to be in for quite the surprise. He finds the book. Is he going to pick it up just for shenanigans? He's going to burn the book!
No, he's lighting it on fire!
Sorry, Lizzie. Maybe next time. Yeah, I don't blame Fred for burning that. I want to explain what the book does. When you have the wand equipped, if you make contact with something with the wand, with the book equipped, it'll burst into flames. Now, while that might be useful for some enemies that you could deal extra damage to, it's more of a hindrance because you can get hit by those same flames and take your own damage. And furthermore, it makes doing the wand and sword technique against Patras much more difficult. So most people will avoid the book. But to give it credit where credit's due, sometimes you can use it like a long-range candle. So there's that to consider. But even with that, it does not justify picking it up. The pros don't outweigh the cons.
Looks like Fred's checking around Death Mountain for that spot, and he's not too far off.
Now, if he goes to the vanilla push block where one of the take any roads is, that's where he'll find level 4. He's not too far from it, as you said, Leslie. In fact, it looks like he's going to check that next, and he will find his level 4.
Yep, but he's also got a one heck of a dungeon to go through, because that stuff is buried.
Oh yeah, that was buried. We had to walk through walls. He's got no keys. Now, he'll find a lot of keys in level 4, provided he can find a path.
Yep, and he also set fire to the entrance of the dungeon.
And I don't blame him. I certainly don't blame him. He does find a key here. Call me Fred. No! He's gonna burn him, and I don't blame him! How
He's
dare!
like, no!
How dare does that lever mock the creator of Zelda Randomizer? I don't blame him for burning him. Hey, we haven't found this yet. This is a room we haven't seen today. It's what I like to call the funny room. This is the H-mote room that you see in level 6.
Yep, Thirwolf passed through this on his route.
Oh yeah, I must not have seen that room. I must not have paid attention at that particular moment of the race. Because yeah, now we're to the Superman handler. And he's got a heart and a half left to take down that last segment, which he does.
To walk through Water to the South to get a key.
Yep, so it looks like Fred's taking the same path that Thirwolf took here in level 4, and if he continues on, he will find some more keys, and he'll find the Triforce before he finds the item in level 4. And we'll see if he takes the exact same path. I bet he does. We'll find out, though.
Yep, but first these Stalfos are getting dealt with. Although knowing with how many enemies shoot beams, does that make the magical shield a good purchase with these flags, or is that one that players are going to not go for?
Probably not, and the reason why is the money situation. Remember, we're only dealing with one large secret. 7 mediums, and 6 smalls. They have to manage their money wisely, so the answer is no. They're not going to pick up the magical shield. I mean, it's decent to have. I mean, it's good to reflect off of against the Zola fireballs, the turret statues, the Lionel beams, and the Wizaro beams, but with as little money as there is in second quest, no, they're not going to go out of their way to get a magical shield. In Boomstick Seeds, yes, they're going to pick up the magical shield.
Looks like we're gonna get a glimpse as to what the item is, as Fred took a different route.
And Thirwolf was absolutely right. The room next to the Triforce does have our item, so we're gonna find out what the item in level 4 is, and he's opened its Sieni key. What do we have here? Red candle.
And he shoots an arrow at it!
He must know that I'm doing commentary. I don't blame him. Red candle, for those of you who don't know, you need a candle to get access to level 8 in the vanilla quest. With the blue candle, you can only fire it once. If you want to fire again, you gotta go to another screen. With the red candle, you can fire it as many times as you'd like, but a maximum of 2 shots can be on the screen at once. As Fred Coughlin does pick up the Triforce in level 4, he is now eligible to go into level 9.
Yeah, and you can also get damaged by your own candle flame, so watch it.
That is true. Alright, I'm going to do one final recap of the items here before we continue. Level 1 had the recorder and the silver arrows, level 2 the bow, level 3 the red ring, level 4 the red candle, level 5 the heart container. We never found out the item in level 6, level 7 has the raft, level 8 the ladder and the power bracelet. We don't know what's in level 9. Armo statue was the white sword, ladder item on the coast 1, white sword item is the book. 3 items left in play are the 2 boomerangs and the almighty key.
And I have a feeling we're not going to be seeing any of those.
Well, it depends on the path Fred takes. I mean, Thirwolf took a pretty good path to get to both the girl and the beast. Now, speaking of the girl and the beast, since Fred is playing as the Gibdo sprite, he will be going against Zelda and be rescuing Ganon, so roles are reversed.
Yep, that should be interesting. That's a bit more fun to see because he beat Zelda, and it's basically Return of Ganon. And our first item in level 9 is All Hail Lord Banana.
No, it's not Lord Banana, it's Lord Plantain, as he burns the banana to TGE's dismay. So already he's burned the book, he's burned the boomerang. He's arrowed the red candle. Who else is he going to go after in this scene? Who's a fan of the magical boomerang?
Not me. Just because if you miss with that thing, it's on screen for an absurd amount of time and you get lag, so yeah.
I'm going to pick a prediction. Let's say Fred somehow does find the other item in level 9. I'm going to take a guess. I think we're dealing with double boomerangs in 9. I'm going there.
Could be right. Could also have an NE key in 9, which would be pretty good.
Yeah, in Fred's case, he doesn't quite have the keys that Thirwolf have, but if he takes the correct path, and now he knows exactly where Zelda is, as he has cleared all the enemies, that is not a push block room, and now he knows exactly where Zelda is, so he just needs to find the beast, and Fred will be done.
And I don't think he's too far off the path either. No,
he's not. Because the way this shaped out, looking at Thirwolf's map, I think there were multiple ways to get to Ganon's room. He could potentially get there the same way, but we'll find out how Fred decides to attack this.
He's attacking the Linkdos.
Yes, he is, but he finds nothing here, so he's going to have to try a different path.
Not messing with the fires.
Well, there's a lot of spiral staircases here. We've got back-to-back ones. Now, let's see if he decides to take any of them. No. Another key for Fred, and he's going to take care of these super ropes.
Nah, just enough to get out of the way.
Yeah. Now he finds some more bombs. Now, remember, he did purchase a bomb upgrade, which, by the way, we never did find the second bomb upgrade.
And knowing what we know from Fred's side, it would not have been worth it.
No. And you know what? It was probably in 6.
Because the game knows.
Yeah, because remember, we never found the item in level 6. We never found the map. We never found the item. I'll bet it was in 6 if I had to take a stab at it.
Speaking of taking a stab at it, Fred is taking a stab at a Patra.
Yes, indeed. Good old Patra Wayne. Let's see how he does against him. Alright, took care of the eyes, and once a Patra's down, they are gone for good. But Fred being a little bit sloppy at the end, but he does take down the Patra, and he gets a key for his troubles.
And it looks like we got blue bubbles.
Yeah, so, keys being a little bit generous so far here in level 9. Fred's got a healthy 6 keys to his name.
Looks like a bomb hole path is gonna lead to the pig. Well, Ganon, that is, or Zelda.
Right, I know what you mean. Yeah, he's taking the same path that Thirwolf took, and if he bombs to the south and takes that staircase, he'll find the pig too. Yep. He's on the trail, folks, so he's in good shape. Oh, but he's gonna bomb to the left!
Finds a turnstile room, and that's not the way to go. He's getting colder.
Ooh, yes, he is getting colder indeed. And he finds red bubbles! Look out! Can he make the dodge? Nice moves, Fred. Ooh, he finds the map. Alright, so... No, that's not the map. That was another key. That's a lot of keys in level 9. That's a transport staircase. He's gonna take it.
Took it back towards the start, though.
Yep, that took him to one of the spiral staircases. However, I don't think it's the spiral staircase that I had in mind. Because remember, there were a couple other spiral staircases that were touching each other, but didn't one of them have fires?
Yeah, that one was near start. He's gone back to the beginning of the dungeon.
Oh man, so he pretty much did an Indy 500 lap to get back here. Man, that's quite the scenic route.
Yep, took the long way around, close to square one.
Yep, and Fred gonna now move to this room here, and he'll have to take a different path. And these are some strong Tektites, because normally they're supposed to go down in one hit, but they don't. And when that happens, they teleport all over the place, and that makes things tough. Oh, shoot!
Yep, and super ropes on both sides of the chute.
Endless Tundra is asking why doesn't his bomb hole show up sometimes. You might be seeing walk-through walls. There might be situations where he bombs, there's no hole, but if he walks up, down, left, or right, it could be a walk-through wall.
Right now, these super ropes are not cooperating at all.
No, they're not. And it looks like Fred is hearing the roar of Zelda in his case, so... He may have found an alternate way to get there. Now, remember, there was a staircase to get there, but again, I had speculated there was another way to get there, and not quite from that path. So I think he knows exactly where it is.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think that chute room was being a block.
Yes. And chute rooms love to be blocks, not just to the beast, but to the kidnapped as well. We've seen a lot of situations where Zelda's behind a vertical chute room.
Yeah, I remember seeing one such seed and everybody going nuts.
Oh yeah, and we're not talking about Planters Peanuts either. And no, this seed is not brought to you by Planters either. And Fred finds another Patra, but he finds a walk-through wall, so he doesn't have to take care of him. All right, he was just checking here to make sure he can use that sword. He had missed the blue bubble, and now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Zelda. We need 8 hits to take down the princess. 1. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down goes Zelda. We have got Royal Jelly and the Triforce of Power, or maybe the Triforce of Wisdom in this case. And that is going to do it. Fred just needs to backtrack to where Ganon is, and he can finish the seed as well. So, Fred, it was a decent level 9 for him. Not as fast as Thirwolf's, but it was still a decent level 9 for Fred. But the difference was at level 6.
Yep, 6 was the one that was the equalizer this time.
Indeed it was. So Fred's going to finish at about the hour 50 mark or so, and he will be going into the bonus bracket to face off against either Amazing Toaster, Crystal Saver, Dracados, or TA909. Again, that's quite a daunting field. All 4 of them are capable, and any of them could be an opponent against Fred. That's going to be an interesting foursome to watch.
Indeed. Will that be the first for the bonus for the Elite 8 flags on the bonus bracket?
We're in the Elite 8. We're in the bonus bracket we're in the Elite 8. We are in the Elite 8 flags in the bonus bracket. Say that one 3 times fast as Fred has rescued Ganon. Get those GGs out for Fred. He has finished the race.
Official SRL time of 1 hour 50 minutes 18 seconds, and his comment, forgetting one spot can kill you.
Indeed, and I think I think everybody in chat was talking about it. It was the level 7 recorder spot, and again, it can happen to the best of us, and unfortunately, it just happened to Fred this time around. But again, he's not out of the tournament. He could still emerge from the bonus bracket, and who knows, maybe these two could meet in the finals.
Absolutely, we could always get a rematch in the finals, and that would be fun.
Yep, and take a look at the death count. Yeah, Red Ring was relatively early for both of our runners. Only 4 deaths for Thirwolf, 2 for Fred.
6 total, that's pretty darn good and pretty darn low. Now, if only my Mario 3 rando deaths total was that low. Just saying.
All right, let's see if we can have an interview with Fred. Before we do that, I want to go over, we do have 3 upcoming races in this coming week here. We've got a couple of bonus bracket matchups and the other of our winner semifinals. One of the bonus bracket matchups is coming up right here tomorrow. I don't have a restream on that yet, but it's Amazing Toaster against Crystal Saver. That's going to be happening at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then on Friday, we're going to have the other of the 2 winners bracket semifinals between JSR2 Gamers and RC Drone. The winner will play off against Thirwolf in the winners finals. That's going to be happening Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Then on Saturday night, Dracados and TA909 in a bonus bracket matchup happening at 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday night.
Also to look forward this week will be the Mega Man 1 final in Speed Gaming. That is going to be a hype best of 5.
And with that, we do have Fred Coughlin in the commentator's booth with us. Fred, GG, man, that level 6 and then the level 7 mishap, go over the seed with us.
Long story short, I was doing my clearing of stuff. I don't know if it was the fact that I played a second quest overworld flag earlier today, but just somehow in my head, I had, you know, next to the shop there, I had that whistle spot in my head checked off, so the only possible thing it could have been was, at least in my mind, until I exhausted every single wall there, was that it was Power Bracelet, Ladder, something within 6 that was going to give me progression. And, well, it wasn't.
Yeah, level 6 either had, we now know for a fact, level 6 either had the magical boomerang or it had the any key, so yeah, that was unfortunately the incorrect gamble this time around. Yeah, this was an ultimate chain reaction seed, Fred, as you know. Needed the recorder to get to level 7, that had the raft to get to level 8, that had the ladder, which you needed to get the Triforces out of 2 and 6, and the Power Bracelet, which you needed to get to level 4. It was just a convoluted mess. And Thirwolf, he played it well. This was like one of those right order seeds, and both of you are really good Zelda randomizer runners. It's just one of those situations where And it can happen to the best of us. We've seen it happen to top-ranked seeds before. You mismark that map, that's the end of dog racing, as they say.
That's exactly it. And, you can't do that against someone like Thirwolf. You do it, he is one of the top runners. Any race that you see on a given night, he's got potential to be first place on without even a question. So, making mistakes like that, yeah, it's going to cost a lot. I mean, if I hadn't done that, I think he still would have won, but it would have at least been a bit of a closer margin there. But, well, it's what it is. Just got to learn from this, and then hopefully claw my way back up through the elimination bracket to hopefully meet him again in the final.
Absolutely. You still have a chance. You do go into the bonus bracket. Now, your next match, and we're getting down to it right now, Fred. We're down to our final 11 competitors, and looking at who is left, there are no easy matchups left. It's either going to be Amazing Toaster, Crystal Saver, Dracados, or TA909 as your next match, and it's whoever you have to face off against, it's going to be a goodie.
Any of those four people are completely terrifying as opponents, because all four of them can win on a given race against not only just each other, but against anyone out there. I mean, pretty much we got the cream of the crop here at this portion of the randomizer brackets here, and no matter who wins, no matter who it is who wins out and ends up in the bracket against me, it's gonna be a tough match, and just gonna have to play best and play a bit better than tonight.
Well, absolutely. And again, GG to both of you. Do you have any questions, Leslie?
Yeah, I've seen it happen before with Zelda 3 randomizer as well as this. You mismark one thing and that does really hurt, so I've definitely seen it before. Who, out of the four that are in the bonus bracket now that have to advance through 2 matches to face you, who would you like to face the most out of anyone?
Bye. Does that count? Am I allowed to use that as an answer?
Yep. And the other 3, for those of you who may have not seen the bracket, the other 3 that are in the bonus bracket are Unos, Jam Eveler, and Brestico. So those 11 names that we have mentioned tonight, as Fred said, cream of the crop. There are no easy matches left. You have to earn these victories.
Not at all. I mean, you've got people down in that bonus bracket there, even looking at the other side there, Unos has, is one of the top players. Saver's one of the top players. BT is one of the top players. Jam, I think, won the Random Percent tournament and has, I believe, knocked me out of both of the randomizer tournaments up to this point. So, that side is insanely good. I mean, Paratroopa is insanely good too. He just already is out, but he was in the final 12 there.
Yeah, he had an amazing run.
Yeah, no, he had a really, it was a scary match against him. And, all 4 of the people who are coming in from my side, same thing as well. TA909 is insanely good, on pretty much anything there. Dracados, you can handle pretty much anything you throw at him. These flags are right up his alley. And then you've got Saver, who is the god of randomizer. Can't really say a ton more about that, but just amazing player. And Toaster, who's also incredible player. Any one of these people, it's going to be a really hard fight.
Absolutely. So just shake this one off. You still got another chance, Fred. Down to the final 11, and we wish you the best of luck in your next race. Same to you as well, Thirwolf. If you win you win the next one, Thirwolf, you will gain yourself an entry to the championship match. So both of you, wish you the best of luck in the next match. Any final thoughts or questions, Leslie?
You covered everything, Laws. GG, guys, and good luck to you in the coming rounds. And also good luck to me in getting rid of these hiccups.
I was just about to say that,
Yeah.
Leslie.
GG,
right.
Fred. Best of luck.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Thank you very much, Fred Coughlin and Thirwolf, for an excellent race tonight. Make sure you give both of them a follow. They are well-deserved. They are 2 of the top Zelda randomizer runners here tonight, so make sure you do give them a follow. that's going to do it for us tonight. Again, we got 3 matches lined up coming up this week. Amazing Toaster and Saver, JSR2 Gamers and RC Drone, Dracados and TA909 are coming up in the next 3 days. They are going to be barn burners, so don't miss it. So, on behalf of our 2 runners tonight, Fred Coughlin and Thirwolf, on behalf of our restreamer, OPT Lawyer and Randomania, on behalf of our tracker, Trenton GL, and on behalf of my commentator, Leslie Pro 04, hopefully you get rid of those hiccups very soon tonight. It's been a pleasure working with you tonight.
Absolutely was a pleasure, Laws, and hopefully next time these hiccups will not be a thing.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for us tonight. I'm LZ Cards Fan 23 signing off. Have yourselves a great evening, and we will see you next time. So long, everybody.